Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about reverse charge mechanism. Reverse charge means the liability to pay tax is on the recipient of supply of goods or services instead of supplier. That means वो पूरा liability recipient पे आ जाता है और supplier उसको pay नहीं करता. Generally, supplier is liable to pay GST under forward charge mechanism. However, under RCM, liability to pay GST is on recipient of goods and or services. What is reverse charge mechanism? That we are going to learn from this slide. And under reverse charge mechanism, who is liable to pay GST, and under forward charge mechanism, who is liable to pay GST, that we are going to learn in this slide. Suppose ABC Limited has supplied 1 lakh of rupees at 18% to PQR Limited. So total value of supply is 1,18,000 including GST. So now in that case, there are certain questions: who is liable to pay GST under forward charge mechanism or under reverse charge mechanism. So before you give the answer, you have to identify who is a supplier and who is recipient under this transaction. So answer of this question is ABC Limited is a supplier, whereas PQR Limited is a recipient. So if it is a forward charge mechanism, then person liable to pay GST is ABC Limited, that is supplier. So under forward charge mechanism, ABC Limited is liable to pay GST because ABC Limited is a supplier. Whereas if it is a reverse charge mechanism, then person liable to pay GST is PQR Limited because the PQR Limited is a recipient. So this is about reverse charge mechanism. If it is a reverse charge, then recipient is liable to pay GST to the government, and if it is a forward charge, then supplier is liable to pay GST. Now let us understand the position under forward charge mechanism and reverse charge mechanism. So under forward charge mechanism, government is getting how much rupees from the PQR Limited, that is recipient? Nil. So from recipient, government is getting nothing in form of tax under forward charge mechanism. But PQR Limited gives 1,18,000, that is total amount of supply to ABC Limited, that is supplier. Now this supplier keep 1 lakh with him and 18,000 he will give to the government. So what is the income under forward charge for the government? That is 18,000. What is the income for supplier? That is 1 lakh. How much recipient is paying to the ABC Limited? 1 lakh 18,000. So that is the condition under forward charge. Government is getting 18,000, ABC Limited is getting 1 lakh, and recipient is paying 1 lakh 18,000 to supplier. Now what is the condition under reverse charge mechanism? In reverse charge mechanism, PQR Limited, that is recipient, is paying 18,000 to government. So in this case government is getting 18,000 from PQR Limited, that is recipient, and PQR Limited pays only 1 lakh to the supplier, that is ABC Limited. Now under reverse charge mechanism, how much ABC Limited will pay to the government? Answer is nil. ABC Limited, that is supplier, will not pay any amount to the government. So ultimately under reverse charge mechanism, government is getting 18,000. So under both the situation, there is no loss for the government. Under forward charge mechanism also government is getting 18,000, and under a reverse charge mechanism also government is getting 18,000. What is the total expense of the recipient in case of forward charge and in case of reverse charge? In both the cases, PQR Limited, that is recipient, is paying 1,18,000. In first case 1,18,000 directly he will pay to the ABC Limited, whereas in reverse charge mechanism he is paying 18,000 to the government and 1 lakh to the supplier. So ultimately total he is paying 1,18,000 to the supplier as well as government. So in both the situation, supplier position, recipient position and government position will remain same. This you can understand with the help of this figure. Now there are certain goods which are notified under section 9 subsection 3 of the CGST Act and section 5 subsection 3 of the IGST Act. So on those goods RCM is applicable. First one is cashew nuts not salted or peeled, yani kaju. Then BD wrapper leaves and tobacco leaves, tendu leaves, etc. Supply of lottery, silk yarn, used vehicles, seized and confiscated goods, जब्त किया हुआ goods, old and used goods, पुराना goods, waste and scrap, then raw cotton, and last one priority sector lending certificate, which is normally provided by one bank to another bank, and this type, if they provide this kind of certificate, then in that case recipient, that is the bank which is receiving this certificate, is liable to pay tax under reverse charge. So for all these goods, RCM is applicable and tax is payable by recipient of the goods and not the supplier of the goods. So these are the different categories of the goods under section 9 subsection 3 on which reverse charge is applicable. Now service notified under RCM section 9 subsection 3 of CGST Act and 5(3) of IGST Act. So in that first one is Goods Transport Agency GTA by road who has not paid CGST at 6% and who has not availed ITC. So here Goods Transport Agency paying 2.5% CGST. So and who is recipient? Factory registered under Factories Registration Act 1948, society registered under Societies Registration Act, cooperative society, any body corporate partnership form including AOP, BOI, CTP, casual taxable person in taxable territory, registered person under GST. So they are the recipient and supplier is Goods Transport Agency. In this case RCM is applicable. Let us understand with the help of one example. Suppose ABC Limited availed service of XYZ Limited, that is GTA. XYZ Limited is a GTA for transportation of goods by road from Vadodara to Mumbai. Now in this case GST will be paid by ABC Limited under RCM under section 9 subsection 3 since it is liable to pay freight for transportation of goods. Thus ABC Limited shall be treated as a recipient of service, and if he is a recipient of service, reverse charge is applicable. Now if GTA has paid GST under forward charge at 12%, अगर GTA ने 12% पे फॉरवर्ड चार्ज के बेसिस पे टैक्स पे किया है, देन इट इज नॉट सब्जेक्ट टू रिवर्स चार्ज. ये यहाँ पे आपको बात याद रखना है कि अगर GTA ने 2.5% में टैक्स पे किया है तो ही रिवर्स चार्ज एप्लीकेबल होगा. अगर GTA ने 12% में टैक्स पे किया है तो देन रिवर्स चार्ज एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा, एंड इन दैट केस supplier is liable to pay GST. Then second service is legal services. Any individual advocate including senior advocates or firm of advocates. So here supplier is advocate, senior advocate or firm of advocate, and who is the recipient? Business entity located in taxable territory. Say for example, if any of the lawyer has provided any services to Reliance Limited, in that case Reliance Limited is a recipient of service and he is liable to pay GST to the government under reverse charge under section 9 subsection 3. Next one, services by arbitral tribunal. So here supplier is arbitral tribunal and business entity located in taxable territory is a recipient and he is liable to pay GST to the government. Then next one, sponsorship service. It can be provided by any person, body corporate or partnership firm in the taxable territory. Now in sponsorship, the recipient of a sponsorship service is liable to pay GST. Suppose BCA has organized a cricket tournament and some organization has provided a sponsorship services to BCA, like Reliance has provided the sponsorship service to that BCA. So now who is recipient and who is supplier? BCA is a supplier of a service and Reliance is a recipient of a sponsorship services. Why? Because Reliance will receive some potential customer during the event. When event was organized, then Reliance Limited will receive some customer. जब भी ये इवेंट होगा तो रिलायंस, जब रिलायंस का डिस्प्ले होगा या इसका एडवर्टाइजमेंट होगा थ्रू दी टूर्नामेंट, तो ये टूर्नामेंट के दौरान जो भी रिलायंस होगा तो उसके रिलायंस से बेनिफिट ही हो रहा है, उसमें स्पॉन्सरशिप का बेनिफिट उसका पेमेंट कौन करेगा? तो रिलायंस करेगा. किसको करेगा? बीसीए को करेगा. बट उसका फायदा किसको हो रहा है? तो रिलायंस को हो रहा है. क्यों? बिकॉज वो स्पॉन्सरशिप प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. किसको प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं? तो बीसीए को प्रोवाइड कर. जैसे अभी ड्रीम 11 ने पूरा आईपीएल स्पॉन्सर किया था, तो ड्रीम 11 को क्या मिला? पोटेंशियल कस्टमर मिला. जैसे बाइजू स्पॉन्सर कर रही है, तो इस तरह से उनको स्पॉन्सरशिप प्रोवाइड करने का पैसा पेमेंट करते हैं वो लोग. और पेमेंट करने का हु इज रेसिपिएंट? तो रेसिपिएंट इज ए प्रोवाइडर. जैसे बाइजू ने पेमेंट किया तो हु दे आर रेसिपिएंट. उनको क्या मिलता है? उनको पोटेंशियल कस्टमर मिलता है. तो उस केस में उन लोगों को रिवर्स चार्ज एप्लीकेबल होगा और उनको टैक्स गवर्नमेंट को डिपॉजिट करना पड़ेगा. सो दिस इज अबाउट स्पॉन्सरशिप सर्विस. सर्विस सप्लाइड बाय डायरेक्टर. हाँ, अगर डायरेक्टर, जैसे कोई डायरेक्टर है कंपनी में सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है, तो इन दैट केस हु इज लायबल टू पे रिवर्स चार्ज? इफ डायरेक्टर शुड नॉट बी एम्प्लॉय ऑफ द कंपनी. याद रखना कि वो एम्प्लॉय नहीं होना चाहिए, इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर होना चाहिए. वो कंपनी को सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, तो इन दैट केस हु इज लायबल टू पे टैक्स टू द गवर्नमेंट? दैट द कंपनी बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट इज लायबल टू पे टैक्स टू द गवर्नमेंट एंड नॉट ए डायरेक्टर. तो यहाँ पे बिकॉज यहाँ पे रिवर्स चार्ज लगता है. सर्विस किसको मिला? कंपनी को मिला. तो दैट मीन्स रेसिपिएंट कौन हुआ? कंपनी हुआ. तो उस केस में कंपनी इज लायबल टू पे टैक्स अंडर रिवर्स चार्ज mechanism under section 9 subsection 3. Now service supplied by insurance agent. If insurance agent provides any services to insurance company, जैसे LIC है, एक इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है, तो इंश्योरेंस एजेंट LIC को सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है, तो इन दैट केस हु इज ए रेसिपिएंट एंड हु इज ए सप्लायर? इंश्योरेंस एजेंट इज ए सप्लायर and insurance company located in taxable territory is a recipient. In that case, who is liable to pay GST? So in that case, insurance company is liable to pay GST. If insurance agent is not registered person. Remember here. Let us understand with the help of one example. Insurance company pay rupees 1 lakh commission to Mr. A, whose turnover is below the threshold limit फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन, जिसका टर्नओवर अभी भी रजिस्ट्रेशन की लिमिट से क्रॉस नहीं हुआ है, और उसको 1 लाख कमीशन पे किया है. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने इंश्योरेंस एजेंट को 1 लाख कमीशन पे किया, तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल बी लायबल टू पे जीएसटी अंडर रिवर्स चार्ज अंडर सेक्शन 9 सबसेक्शन 3. अब इस केस में इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने इंश्योरेंस एजेंट को कमीशन पे किया है, तो इंश्योरेंस एजेंट को टैक्स नहीं भरना है गवर्नमेंट को. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल deposit tax to the government under RCM. Now next service is सर्विस सप्लाइड बाय रिकवरी एजेंट, कोई अगर रिकवरी एजेंट है जो रिकवरी करके देता है बैंक को, तो बैंकिंग कंपनी और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन और एनबीएफसी नॉन बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल कंपनी located in taxable territory will be considered as a recipient, and if any commission paid by a banking company or NBFC or financial institution to a recovery agent, then recovery agent will not pay any amount to the government, but who will pay? Recipient of service. Recipient कौन है यहाँ पे? बैंकिंग कंपनी. किसका सर्विस मिलता है? रिकवरी एजेंट का सर्विस मिलता है. तो देन अंडर रिवर्स चार्ज मैकेनिज्म बैंकिंग कंपनी is liable to pay GST to the department. The next one, transfer or permitting use or enjoyment of copyright relating to original, literary, dramatic, musical and artistic work. यहाँ पे कौन है? जैसे ऑथर है, म्यूजिक कंपोजर है, फोटोग्राफर है, आर्टिस्ट है, एक्सेट्रा, दे आर सप्लायर. एंड पब्लिशर, म्यूजिक कंपनी, प्रोड्यूसर एक्सेट्रा लोकेटेड इन टैक्सेबल टेरिटरी. जैसे ए आर रहमान ने टी सीरीज के साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया, तो टी सीरीज इज ए कंपनी और उसने अपना हु इज लायबल टू पे टैक्स? तो टी सीरीज, बिकॉज ही इज ए म्यूजिक कंपनी. एंड some person, it may be music composer, he may be author, he may be photographer, he may be painter, तो उस केस में आरसीएम एप्लीकेबल होता है सेक्शन 9 सबसेक्शन 3 में. और याद रखना, एनी सर्विस इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय दिस पर्सन टू अ पब्लिशर और म्यूजिक कंपनी और प्रोड्यूसर. जैसे कोई बुक लिखा है और बुक का पब्लिशर कोई और है और ऑथर कोई और है, तो ऑथर ने सर्विस प्रोवाइड किया है पब्लिशिंग कंपनी को, और पब्लिशिंग कंपनी उसके बदले में उसको पेमेंट करता है, रॉयल्टी पे करता है. तो अब उस केस में हु इज लायबल टू पे जीएसटी टू द डिपार्टमेंट? तो पब्लिशिंग हाउस इज लायबल टू पे जीएसटी टू द डिपार्टमेंट. देन सप्लायर. नेक्स्ट सर्विस इज सप्लाई ऑफ सर्विसेज बाय मेंबर ऑफ ओवरसीइंग कमिटी. सो हियर मेंबर ऑफ ओवरसीइंग कमिटी कंस्टिट्यूटेड बाय आरबीआई, दे आर दी सप्लायर. जो मेंबर्स होते हैं कमिटी के वो सप्लाई करते हैं, और एंड आरबीआई इज ए पर्सन हु इज लायबल टू पे टैक्स अंडर रिवर्स चार्ज. Now service supplied by individual direct selling agent. So any service provided by DSA, individual direct selling agents other than body corporate, partnership firm और LLP. ये डायरेक्ट सेलिंग एजेंट किसको सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं? तो बैंकिंग कंपनी और एनबीएफसी इन टैक्सेबल टेरिटरी. तो हु इज अ रेसिपिएंट? बैंकिंग कंपनी या एनबीएफसी जो टैक्सेबल टेरिटरी में लोकेटेड है वो सर्विस रेसिपिएंट है. तो दे आर लायबल इफ दे आर रिसीविंग सम सर्विसेज फ्रॉम डायरेक्ट सेलिंग एजेंट्स. The next one, services provided by business facilitator to a banking company. अगर कोई बिजनेस फैसिलिटेटर है जो बिजनेस को स्टार्टअप करने में या क्लोज करने में हेल्प करता है किसी भी को भी, तो उस केस में बैंकिंग कंपनी है लोकेटेड इन टैक्सेबल टेरिटरी विल बी लायबल टू पे टैक्स अंडर रिवर्स चार्ज. देन सर्विसेज प्रोवाइडेड बाय एजेंट ऑफ ए बिजनेस कोरेस्पोंडेंट. So now agent of a business correspondent is a supplier, and business correspondent located in taxable territory is a recipient. So business correspondent located in taxable territory is liable to pay tax to the government under reverse charge mechanism. Then security services supplied of security personnel any other than body corporate. Body corporate नहीं होना चाहिए, याद रखना. any registered person located in taxable territory, yani any security services provided by any person other than body corporate, then reverse charge is applicable. But if it is provided by body corporate to another body corporate, then reverse charge is not applicable, then forward charge is applicable. Services supplied by central government, state government, local authority and union territory. In this case, supplier is central government, state government, union territory, local authority, and who is a recipient? Business entity located in taxable territory. In this case, RCM is applicable, but it excludes the following services. No RCM in case of supply of these services: renting of immobile property and specified service like service by Department of Post by way of speed post, express parcel, then life insurance agency, service provided to any person other than CG, that is central government, state government, union territory and local authority. Remember, services in relation to vessel and aircraft inside or outside the airport or airport, transport of goods and or passengers. So on this type of services, RCM is not applicable. Now next one, that is related to this one only. Services supplied by central government, state government, union territory or local authority by way of renting of immobile property. Then here supplier is central government, state government, union territory or local authority. Any registered person under GST, then that means they are providing service to any registered person. Let us understand with the help of example. Rental income received by Gujarat government from renting an immobile property to ABC Private Limited. Now turnover of ABC Private Limited was rupees 22 lakhs in the preceding financial year. That means he is eligible for registration. That means he is a registered person. Now in case of services supplied by central government, state government, union territory or local authority by way of renting of immobile property to a registered person, RCM will be applicable. That is, recipient will be liable to pay GST. Hence, here in this example, ABC Private Limited will be liable to pay GST under reverse charge mechanism and not the Gujarat government. So this is about services supplied by central government, state government, union territory and local authority by way of renting of immobile property. Nature of service. Now next one is service of transfer of development rights or floor space index for construction of a project by a promoter. Here supplier is any person and recipient person liable to pay GST is promoter. That means if any person supply his services or his transfer of development rights or floor space index for construction of a project by a promoter, then in that case recipient is promoter and supplier is any person. So in that case also reverse charge is applicable. Now next one, long-term lease of land greater than or equal to 30 years against consideration in the form of upfront amount called as premium, salami, cost price, development charge or by any other name, and or periodic rent for construction of a project by a promoter. Any person is and a promoter is a recipient, supplier is any person. In both the cases you have to remember, here any person is supplying something to a promoter. It may be floor space index, it may be transfer of a development right, then long-term lease of land to develop certain project on that particular area. So here who is availing service? Promoter is availing services of supplier, that is any person. In that case also reverse charge is applicable and under section 9 subsection 3, and promoter is liable to pay GST. Thanks for watching my video. Do like and subscribe my YouTube channel.